can be electrocuted, you can be killed easily.
Pine Belt Tough picks up with high electric line workers. Linemen are the epitome of Pine Belt Tough, a job that requires men to be part carpenter, part electrical engineer, and part acrobat.
If you're afraid of heights, this probably wouldn't be something you'd be interested in.
Gerald Williamson with Pearl River Valley Electric Power Association says when there is no storm damage to contend with, his crew spends its days maintaining the almost 7,000 miles of power lines in their 12-county territory. Crews spend several years training just to work the line.
They have to go through a 5 to 7 year apprenticeship before they're even allowed to be in a bucket by themselves. So it's a long process, but it's a necessary process to make sure that they're competent when they get in that position.
On a light day, a crew may change out power poles that have gone bad. Step 1 is unloading the new pole from the truck with a hoist, then framing the new pole with hardware to match the old pole.
When we come out here and change the pole out, we've got to frame that pole back just like the one that's there. So that's why we got to look at the old pole to see the way it's framed and frame the new pole like that, so when we set it in, everything works back correctly.
That's where the carpentry comes in. Drilling, attaching grounds, insulators, and other hardware. Then carefully, the linemen in the buckets remove and spread the live wires from the old pole.
On top is what we call a three-phase line. It has 7,200 volts on each line. You have to work them separately. If they get together or anything like that, you'll have an arc. It could cause injury or death.
Once the 3 live or hot lines are spread apart, the guys on the ground remove the old rotted pole, which requires some delicate maneuvering. Next, the hole is drilled out to make room for the new power pole. Then the new pole is connected to the hoist to be guided into position. Williamson says during power outages from storm damage, many people don't realize what it takes to restore power.
Everything we do in all of our lines aren't on public roads. They may be off in the woods or places where you can't actually see where the damage is at. Plus, you got safety issues you got to follow when you go to get lines back on. You just can't come out there and find a line down and say, okay, we're going to jerk it up real quick.
With the new pole on the ground, the guys in the buckets go to reconnecting the lines very carefully.
You don't touch more than one thing at a time when you're up there.
The lowered and spread lines have to be ratcheted back into place, one at a time. New connectors like the old ones have to be replaced, which begins to look like an electric ballet of bucket trucks, 60 to 120 feet off the ground, and it's close quarters. Williamson says having an experienced team is critical to safety.
Trust is very important on a crew or in this industry period, because literally you're putting your life in someone else's hands on a regular basis.
And when it comes to the next storm or major outage, these crews could be sent just about anywhere to help.
Co-ops from other states and or even part of our state, if they have problems and it's more than they can handle, they can notify us.
And in our book, that makes linemen Pine Belt Tough. For 7 on Your Side, I'm Christopher Harkey.